Hello, this is Cora.
I'm CL.
And we are back for a new month of new choruses, new songs. And today we are going to answer a request.
Yes, a request from Carrie, of Carrie and Jason Martin. She went here, Almost Heaven, West Virginia. West Virginia, Almost Heaven.
Yes.
Uh,
It's not necessarily a gospel song, but it's a song that makes us think about home. And since heaven is our home, we can
Yes.
sing songs about home.
yes, and I said we'll try to do, as long as it's not something by Kiss or
Well, I don't know if we could do that, but
something nasty. We'll try to do what you would like to hear. We're here for you. That's why we're here. Otherwise, we'd just be sitting here
right.
twiddling our thumbs.
There's a lot of good songs about family and home and love, and maybe you don't really do them every Sunday in church, but they're a good song to sit around and listen to. And we have our favorite love songs that we like to hear, and some songs bring back memories of when you were younger or when you were home, your folks and whatnot. So we're open to doing different kinds of songs. I mean, our first love is, of course, songs about the Lord, but our second love is songs about the family. And since February is a month of love, we're going to sing about love. We'll talk some more after we sing this song.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a weed. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to the water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. I hear her voice in the morning as she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road, take me home, country road.
That song probably means a lot of things to different people or different things, but one thing it reminds me of is how all the people from Kentucky and West Virginia had to travel north to Ohio to get a job. Like Kentucky and West Virginia were pretty much coal mining states and some farming, but there wasn't a lot of really big industry, not to make like a big hourly wage. And so I know the people in Blaine or my county would go to Columbus. My sister Ruth, in his graduation, she and her husband went to Columbus and got a job working in a factory. And so I think a lot of those people did dream of going home and the country roads taking them back home.
Yeah, with all the smog and the factories and the grease and the...
Yeah, they worked hard, long hours and hard, and didn't have a lot of pay, but it was still more than you could get working at home or in the coal mines.
Right.
And so the country roads took them home. They were dreaming about being home and sitting on the porch.
Yes.
Whatever you did. We were little. we were on the edge of the coal mining area. We weren't in the coal mining district of Kentucky. We were like to the north of it a little bit, headed more toward Ohio. We were probably about 2.5 hours from Ohio, and about another 2.5 hours probably south to the coal mine. But we used coal. That's how we got our heat. We had a coal burning stove, and so you'd have the truck deliver you a big pile of coal, and you'd take the coal bucket out there, try to pick up the little blocks, because Daddy would take a axe or some kind of something and bust them up so we could pick them up and carry them. But that was one of our jobs, was filling up the coal bucket and bringing it in. And he would get up first thing in the morning really early. You could hear the stove making a noise, and you knew you could run in. We'd grab our clothes and run in and stand by the wood stove and get dressed because it would be so cold in the rest of the house.
Yes.
But
I can remember that kind of winter when I was a tiny boy. We lived on a farm. My dad...
somebody had to get up early.
Yeah, and they had what they call the warm morning stove.
Yeah, that's what we had, warm morning.
And they put coal and wood in there. And,
yep.
Yeah. I remember I burnt myself on it, burnt my elbow on it one year.
Yeah, that can happen.
As a tiny little boy, I got too close and just burnt me, yeah.
And we always had a warning, because we had little cotton gowns, and we were always warned not to stand too close because they could catch fire back then.
Yes, amen. Pure cotton burns very well, yes.
You'd stand with your back to it for a little while, and then you'd flip around, stand to the front for a little while, and then flip around, stand to the back for a little while to get warm all the way around. But there's some good and pleasant memories, and the author of that song, I think John Denver, maybe, wrote it, and evidently he was dreaming about those days of being home and standing by the stove.
He was from the West, but he did write about West Virginia.
Yeah, he did.
He was from Colorado.
He evidently visited there or something. I don't quite know the history of him, but West Virginia was a great place for families and people getting together, and it was a great place to grow up in Kentucky, eastern Kentucky, where I was from. And we were talking earlier, C.O. was more on the river. He wasn't near the coal fields.
No, we just saw the coal as it passed by on the train. The train C&O ran through Maysville.
The tugboats.
I saw on tugboats also, yes. We go down the river, tugboat full of coal. We didn't have any participation in its harvesting, no.
It was a dirty, dusty place to work, and a lot of coal miners developed cancer and lung disease. And but in my childhood growing up, it was one of the greatest things that we had, was to have heat, you know. Wood didn't last a whole long time, but coal, you could put a block of coal on there and keep it all night. And in the morning, you'd just have the little embers. And
now, where you're from, though, not in your home, I don't believe, but people had natural gas.
Yeah, we did not.
And it was free. It was on their land. They would tap into it. They had gas refrigerators.
We had neighbors that had it, and you had free heat.
Yeah.
All the time, but it wasn't on our land. But neither did we have coal on our land, so we had to have it hauled in. But that was one of the kids' jobs, designated job, was to go fill up the coal buckets every night. And so my dad would take care of it early in the morning, but we had to have the coal in the bucket ready for him to get. And in the wintertime, when there was a big snow, I'm sure some of you out there can remember, if you've ever lived, let me know in the comments some of your experiences, but you'd have to get all the snow off of it in order to find the little blocks of coal.
Right.
Couldn't find them. And if you got them too big, they couldn't go into the stove.
Right, they had to be broken.
Yeah, so they had to be just right. So Daddy would try to keep them busted up so we could pick them up. But that is a childhood memory, and that song kind of brings back memories. So write in the comments and let us know if you've got a story you want to tell us. And we're going to move right along, and C.O.'s got another great song for you.
I've tricked you. I've raised this one step because I forgot that I did it here, not there.
Well, go ahead.
She sings harmony on the chorus, and this is a song by Lenny LeBlanc, who did rock and roll 100 years ago, and had a song called Falling, and then he got saved, and he's written beautiful, beautiful songs, and this is one called If I Was a Rainbow. If I was a rainbow, show my colors for you. If I was a songbird, sing my song for you. And if you take the sun and the moon, take away the stars at night, your faithful word you. All I want to do is fall more in love with you. This world doesn't own me anymore. One thing that I do know for sure, if I was a rainbow, show my colors for you. If I was a songbird, sing my song for you. If you take the sun and the moon, take away the stars at night, your faithful word will always be my light. You're beautiful, such a miracle. You would give up heaven just for me. All I want to do is fall more in love with you. This world doesn't own me anymore. One thing that I do know for sure, if I was a rainbow, show my colors for you. And if I was a songbird, sing my song for you. And if you take the sun and the moon, take away the stars at night, your faithful word will always be my light.
Amen. That's a
Amen.
beautiful song.
Very nice.
I think it just kind of, it's real romantic and symbolic, but it's, if we do whatever the Lord asks us to do.
Yeah.
You know, since I'm just a human down here, I'm going to do everything I can to reflect,
Let my
Him.
light so shine
yeah, before
that
men.
shows forth my Father's good works,
Yeah.
my Father's glory. The men may see my good works and glorify my Father who is in heaven.
We should always live our best life so that we make a good reflection of the Lord.
Yes.
We don't want to be a dirty, low-down, rotten scoundrel. He would not be very happy with us if we were that. But I was thinking while we were singing that song, how many different kinds of love. Well, I know there's three basic. We learned that in class all the time. But the kind of love that we're singing about is not a fleshly kind of love. It's
Right.
not like, we don't want to show the Lord more love in a fleshly way. We want to show him more love in a pure way, that he occupies more of our heart. He takes up more room in my life. It's not that he didn't work on my flesh and make me fall in love with him like a teenager, you know, Google's a movie star. It's not that kind of love or affection that we have for the Lord, but it's a deep, inner, more kind of where we dedicate more of ourselves to him. We're willing to give up more of our own life for him.
Yes.
You know, if trying to give up all my lusts and desires and things that are wrong, I try to make them right to honor him and show him more love. You think?
Amen. I certainly do think that is very good.
And so you don't have to feel bad about saying, I love the Lord, or I want to fall more in love with the Lord. It doesn't mean that we want to be gross and fall in love in a fleshly kind of way. That's not what we're talking about at all.
No.
That is a different kind of worldly love. And I mean, it's love, but it's not the godly love takes up our heart and our selfishness and makes us want to do better and be better and live better for him, not just in a desire kind of way, but in a grateful
In a
kind of way.
self-sacrificing way.
Yeah.
A love that truly says with John the Baptist, he must increase, I must decrease.
Yeah.
Uh,
When the Lord says he loves us, doesn't mean he loves us like a boyfriend. It means he loves us in a godly way, in the way that he cares for us, that he would die for us. A lot of teenagers, 12, 13, 14, you know, fall in love, but they wouldn't really give up a McDonald's for their girlfriend. No, it's like, it's easy to say with your mouth, oh, I love you and I give up everything for you, but that's not the kind of love that God has for us, because he literally gave up his son and took him to the cross and killed him for us.
The guy who said to his girlfriend, I'd fight a bear for you. Not a grizzly bear. Maybe not a black bear. But I need a gummy bear for you.
A gummy bear.
I need a gummy bear for you.
And some of us think that's what we're talking about. And a lot of people get offended in church when you talk about loving the Lord or you sing songs and you show love for the Lord. But we're not talking about that kind of fleshly, I want to kiss and hug kind of love. We're talking about the love where you give your whole heart, where you'd sacrifice your life. Where if there was and a lot of people have had to prove it in countries so far. Well, even in the United States, we have had churches where people would burst in and have guns, and somebody would jump in front of somebody and save them. Is that kind of love? Like the love that you'd have to lay down for a friend. That's the kind of love we're talking about.
Yes, amen.
Not the mushy gushy, write a fleshly song about, but the real kind of love where we'd sacrifice and give our all to the Lord. Amen. It's a pure love.
Yes.
Not a bad kind of love, but a pure love. And so don't be afraid of that. And don't be afraid to say, I love you, Lord, or the Lord loves me, because it's with pureness. Yes. It's not a gross kind like you'd make a romantic movie about, but it's the other kind where you'd sacrifice your life and you'd give everything for him.
And that he gave everything for us.
Yes, he did. Willingly.
And has given to us his name, his power, his authority.
Yes. Yes.
That runs pretty deep.
Yes, it does. So you can read and study about that. The book of John talks a lot about love. And there's a lot of love all through the Bible. So don't be afraid of the word love, because
Amen.
We're not talking
Amen.
about
That's right.
some icky kind of love. Which that's not too bad, but we don't want to carry it too far. But we love you guys. And we've never met you. That kind of love.
Yeah.
Like, we appreciate you kind of love.
Yes,
And
so
we're
very
grateful
much.
kind of
Yes.
love. So like, subscribe,
Keep those comments coming.
and we'll be back.
We love y'all. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Bye-bye.